Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. This is going to be a quick tarot card reading, hopefully, that goes with the last message I just put out, the previous message on my channel, about how you're walking your spiritual path, making choices that make you feel like you're stuck temporarily, having faith. So let's see what the cards have in store. What deck is this? Tarot of the Divine. I am actually just going to cards here. We have the Emperor coming out first. This is knowing yourself, mastering all the elements of the other kings, of all the kings. Mastering your emotions, mastering your actions and your ambitions, mastering your own stability. What am I missing? Cups, wands, coins. No, fire, water, earth. Oh, the air. Mastering the thoughts of your mind. Yes, it's basically it's upright, so it's self-control, having discipline and self-control. And the next card is the Fool, having the ability to stand upon this precipice with confidence to take a leap forward on your path. This is being primed and ready, being aware of the risks involved, and yet being willing to take that step anyway. Oh my gosh. Then we have the Six of Cups. Beautiful. This is a card of reciprocity. And the card underneath it is the Seven of Swords. So this is, well, the Seven of Swords can be strategy, deceit, something hidden. And it comes from fear. The hiding things comes from a place of fear. If this is hiding your emotions, it's because you're afraid of how you will be received. If this is hiding money, for example, it would be coming from a place of fear that you won't have enough. And even with strategy, maneuvering yourself, your actions, your thoughts, just having the way you're strategizing the navigation through whatever it is you're going through in life right now, or that you have been recently, is out of fear. And you can see the shadow there. Seems like this big monster. The coyote is afraid. But with this Six of Cups, shows really that you don't have anything to fear. It overshadows that Seven of Swords, because there is reciprocity in the situation. There is a childlike naivete, a childlike innocence that says, really, the crow knows that these cups were shared without deception. The cups were shared with a willingness to explore with innocence. Different readers have different feelings on the Six of Cups. People say that it's a past life soulmate coming back, or it's someone from your childhood coming back into your life. I rarely see the card like that. the way I see this card is so innocent. It reminds me of a moment in time when I was a child and we had family friends. They had a son and a daughter. The son was my age and the daughter was my brother's age. And I remember being so young that gender was something, I mean, I guess I should say sexual, I gotta be explicit here. The sex of the body was something that was just coming into consciousness. I am a girl, I am a boy, or even more down to the point, I am female, I am male. And it was a completely innocent situation. Maybe we were around 5 years old, and we were just both probably had to use the bathroom at the same time, and it was like, this is how I pee like a girl, and this is how I pee like a boy. Just conscious of the fact that our bodies were different, and there was nothing sexual in the moment. It was a very innocent exploration of how our consciousness was developing. That is how I see the Six of Cups. It is such an innocent exchange of information, and it could very well be that in a relationship, that a very simple, like, I am this, and for you, you place it as you are, but like, I am a female and this is who I am. Like, this is how I identify and this is who I am. The same for the other. And there's no ill intent in that sharing, in showing that side of oneself. We have the innocence to fully expect to be received for who we are. But with the Seven of Swords here, is the card behind it. It's that kind of being jaded through life, through relationships, through time, through experience, that says maybe things aren't that innocent, or like, can we, despite all of these past situations or past hurts that we carry with us, these swords that we carry with us that are like fears, can we still see this exchange as being something so beautifully innocent? And the next card we have is the Sun. This is a confirmation, really, that yes, there is this beautiful innocence, and that's really all that was ever intended. There was no hidden agenda. If there were things that seemed like, if there were hurts that existed, if there was pain associated with this exchange that existed, it was never something that was intended from one person to the other. It was something that is just part of who you've become that showed itself. And so sometimes our actions, our choices, our words can hurt people, not because we intend them to, but because the receiving party has their own pain and experiences and hang-ups that they're reading something into it that really wasn't intended, but also maybe wasn't even there. It may have just been that shadow, scary monster in the background. The Sun says, this is what was intended. This innocent exchange. And the sun is also an illumination. It is high energy, it is happiness, and it is joy, but it is also this illumination. So whatever has been hidden, or what's been in the darkness, what's been hidden under the moon, what's been distorted, is coming into clarity. The light is being shown upon the divine truth of the matter. And also the circle around that sun is the Ouroboros. Sometimes to get to that truth, we have to go within and do the self-digestion. The snake eating itself, starting from the tail, going within and like really tearing up the junk inside and dissecting and dismantling everything, all the false beliefs that we created, or that our family, our society, our culture has put upon us. They're not real. And so once the snake has devoured itself, what is left? Clarity, illumination. The next card is the World. Again, this card, depending on the deck, sometimes the first thing I'm going to say is the world is your oyster. And I mean, I don't know that I would say, this is kind of a saucy world card here. It wouldn't have been the first thing that I said, except it's pretty much what I did say. I don't know. You know what's awesome? I was looking for this card. This is the Fool, right? This is the world that the Fool is ready to jump into. Okay, the Fool is on the precipice of jumping off the cliff or diving into the ocean, right? Well, and that's really important too, yeah. Just jumping off the cliff or diving into the ocean, into the world of the unknown, which is the world, right? And everything is available to you in that world. The Fool is having the confidence to dive into that ocean or jump off that cliff. But I guess I didn't really focus on the fact that this Fool card is actually a mermaid on a rock by the ocean. Again, with the water element, as I said, this reading goes hand in hand with the message I just put out, that water, emotion, to take this leap of faith into the world, you are going to have to dive into that world of emotion. And that may seem daunting and scary as hell to really fully open yourself up to someone emotionally, to a situation emotionally. And a lot of people in life don't ever truly do that. And the ones that do really only open themselves emotionally to such an extent to one or two people. And I think that with the World card, with the sun and the world, well, you know what? Shoot. With the Six of Cups too. Or Two of Cups. I mean, Six of Cups as well is what I was trying to get at. I forgot what I was going to say. You are being given a chance with this childlike innocence to have an illumination with another person. And I'm going to stick to that, another person. Sometimes I would say another entity. Or even make it more broad, yes, this could be a best friend. Yes, this could be a family member. But I don't want to say it's I think it's one person. And I don't want to make it broader to suggest that it might be the entirety of your family or like some kind of institution. I really think this is one special person, and you will find that clarity, that the sun's clarity, the brightness of the sun shines on information you maybe don't currently have. Something about this exchange that opens up the world to you. And though it may be daunting to dive into that realm of emotions fully, it will be rewarding. And with the Emperor here, if you feel that you're not ready or you're not capable, or you're just too immature, you don't have the confidence, or whatever it is, that lack mentality, the Emperor says you have it all, baby. Like, you are the shit. And yes, you do have everything you need to take that leap of faith, to jump into that water with the clarity of the sun and the joy and the happiness potential with another person here, to explore like everything that the world has to offer. And all the, I mean, like, they're dancing. That's, you could take that as a metaphor towards, intimate relationship, right? That kind of joy. But you can also just, like, the dancing, it's fruitful. They've got pears in the water, or whatever that is there. Pears, fruit. Yeah, it is water. Really, like, I don't know if that's really focusing. Like, that is some juicy fruit, Like, choke on that goodness. Anyway, that is the message I have for the current energy, but also the message to go with the last video I just put up about, painting yourself into a corner on the spiritual path. Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. Hopefully you see me again soon.